Have you ever sat by the sea in silence and felt like heaven itself was breathing near you? Like the waves, the wind, even the sunlight were carrying messages just for your heart. In a quiet little coastal town where the sky kissed the sea, lived a gentle girl named Ava, a soul full of wonder and a heart open to God. She loved the ocean. She danced with waves, gathered treasures in the sand, and chased the light on water like it was a prayer. But more than anything, she loved her talks with God. Every morning she would sit by the shore, close her eyes, and whisper her heart into the wind. "Thank you for this day. Please make Mama strong again. I'm listening. I'm here." But lately, God's voice felt far away. One morning, with clouds stirring above, Ava knelt on the cold sand. She looked out over the sea, so wide, so deep, and whispered softly, "God, are you still there? I keep speaking, but all I hear is silence." The waves answered with nothing but hush. The breeze wrapped around her, empty and quiet, and inside her soul, a hush so deep it felt like a question with no reply. No thunder, no sign, just quiet. But God wasn't absent. He was waiting. Ava rose and wandered down the shoreline, her heart weighed with silence. The sky dimmed, the wind stirred, the sea grew restless. And then, half hidden in the sand, she saw it. A spiral-shaped shell, glimmering with a light that didn't come from the sun. She picked it up, and it felt warm, like someone holding her hand. She called it the listening shell. She pressed it to her ear, expecting to hear the ocean's roar. But instead, she felt something. Not a sound, not words, a soft stirring, a breath within her heart. Shell in hand, Ava walked toward the rocky edge, where the waves crashed harder and the tide crept in. She was just a few steps away when a whisper bloomed inside her. "Stop. Turn around. This is not safe. I'm with you." She froze. One more step, and she would have slipped. Her eyes widened. She stepped back, trembling, and whispered back, "Thank you. I heard you." And in that moment, Ava knew God's voice had not vanished. It had changed. It had moved into the stillness, into the softness, into her. After that day, Ava's ears stayed open, but more importantly, so did her heart. Because God doesn't always speak in thunder. Sometimes He speaks in tenderness, in a nudge, in a pause, in peace. At school, her friend gave her the last crayon. Ava felt a tiny light in her chest, a whisper of kindness. At home, her baby brother curled into her arms and giggled. Her heart smiled before her lips did, a whisper of joy. On a still afternoon, the breeze brushed her face like a kiss. She closed her eyes and breathed it in, a whisper of presence. The world hadn't changed, but Ava had. She was listening differently. That evening, Ava sat again by the sea, but this time, she didn't ask for anything. She didn't say a word. She simply listened. The waves sighed, the sky turned to gold and lavender, and in her heart, a light flickered, soft, sacred, steady, like a whisper from heaven itself. "I've always been here. You just needed to slow down and hear me. Let's learn the words." Ava discovered whisper, a quiet voice that speaks to your heart, not just your ears. Tide, the sea rising and falling, like God's rhythm holding the world. Guiding, helping you walk the right path even when you can't see it. Stillness, a deep calm, where fear fades and trust begins. Peace, the soft strength that tells you, God is near. We don't always hear God the way we expect. Not in loud voices, not in flashing signs, not in every prayer answered right away. Sometimes, God speaks in feelings, in warnings, in a sacred silence that holds your hand. And the only way to hear Him is to pause, breathe, and trust the whisper inside. Because when you listen closely, you'll find He's never stopped speaking. Have you ever felt a little whisper in your heart, like a gentle nudge toward what's right and kind? Tell us in the comments, when do you feel closest to God? Subscribe for more stories that grow your heart, nurture your faith, and awaken the gentle voice of God inside you.